It's 7:40 a.m. and we made it to Damascus. I'm headed out of Damascus. I just went in and out in one day. I just resupplied at the Dollar General and hung out at the hostel that's called The Place. Hung out there for a while and rested and dried my feet out and stuff like that. And headed on to the next shelter. It's like 9 more miles. The climb up to that shelter last night was pretty rough because it got so hot, and I left at like 2 or something, so it was really hot when I left. And I started getting like heat rashes in between my legs from like chafing, and it was horrible. I was going like 1 mile an hour, just like hobbling down the trail, hoping that no one saw me. But a guy named Walking Home gave me some baby wipes and I cleaned up with them. Should have stayed and taken a shower in Damascus, but I didn't. Today I'm trying to go like 18 miles, and then that'll put me at a shelter that's right before the Grayson Highlands, so I can go through in the morning, see the ponies and stuff. That'll be pretty fun, I think. There's some cows here. Just hiking through a cow pasture. Okay, so here's a little recap on last night. Right after I saw those cows, there was a storm that was blowing in, and I was about 4 miles away from this shelter. And I saw a guy who like works on the trails, and he was like, yeah, there's a thunderstorm coming. If you, I asked him how far the shelter was, and he said 4 miles. And so then he said there was a campsite in between that was 2 miles away, so I hurried as fast as I could to get there. And there wasn't a campsite. There was a sign that said, please don't camp here, because they're like trying to get the plants fixed. So I had to keep going another 2 miles, and the thunder was like, the clouds had rolled completely over, and there was thunder pretty close, and so I started running. And then when the thunder and lightning got like right above me, I just stopped and set up my tarp like on the trail underneath a rock, or like there was a rock on the side. And I set the tarp up like this and was underneath there, crouched there for like 40 minutes. And then it was really scary with the lightning and thunder like right next to me. And then as soon as it like stopped a little bit, I just stuffed my tarp back in my bag and ran as fast as I could to this shelter. And I didn't know that I could run with a full pack on, but I guess that I can when it's thundering. And then I got here, and there was at least 20 people in this shelter. There's this floor, and then up there there's like, it can fit another like 12 people, and it was completely packed. And so I thought I was gonna have to sleep on this rock right here, but after everyone went to bed, there was like a small thing right here in the doorway. From like right here, there was people's mats this way, and so I just slept on this little tiny part on my side. And yeah, and then in the middle of the night it stormed really bad again, and it was really foggy this morning. Everyone else just left, and it's just starting to clear up. There's actually, I can actually see that mountain over there. This is Thomas Knob Shelter, and I'm hoping to go and see the ponies and hit 500 miles. I'm like two miles away from the 500 mile mark, so that's an exciting part of today. Here's the view behind the shelter. I can actually see now. just entered the Grayson Highlands State Park, and I found this. Now I'm an official long distance backpacker, right? I left the state park, but there's still a bunch of horses everywhere. I left it like 2 or 3 miles ago. It's something from like Midwest or something. Good morning. Last night I stayed at Hurricane Mountain Shelter, and a friend of mine is coming to see me today, and another friend of mine is coming up to hike with me on Friday. And so it just worked out that I'm going to be driving back home to Georgia and taking a 0 day. Well, today I'm doing 6 miles, so it'll be a Nero, a 0, and then another Nero, because on Friday I'll come up, get here probably around dinner time, do a few miles, and then camp, and then my friend will be with me then. He's driving me back up, and then hike the weekend with him, and then be back on just normal hiking schedule. And I think it'll be fun to go home. My family doesn't know I'm coming back for a day, so I'll surprise them, and they'll probably think, the first thing that they think will probably be that I quit, and so that'll be fun to surprise them, and then come back out on the trail. And while I'm at home, I'll be able to update, edit, and upload all my videos to this time, because right now, I mean, it's a month and a weekend, and I only have the first week uploaded, so enjoy having your YouTube feed filled with new videos from me. Hope you enjoy them. And here's Comer Creek Falls. Made it to the gap, and there's a nice little field to wade in, and I'm just waiting on my ride, and then I'll be headed back to Georgia, and I'll be back here in 2 days and a night.